Okay, class 8. The next topic of the chapter force and pressure is force can change the shape of an object, which we are going to discuss in today's video. So there is an activity 11.5. Let's see this. Some situations have been given in column 1 of table 11.2 on page number 134 in which objects are not free to move. Okay. There is a table 11.2 studying the effect of force on the objects. Okay, there are some situations given to you, like say a lump of duff on a plate, then a spring fixed to a bicycle seat, then a rubber band suspended from a hook or nail which is fixed on the wall, and lastly a plastic or metal scale placed between two bricks. Okay, so in all these situations the objects are not free to move. Okay, so what they have asked then. Column 2 of the table suggests the manner in which a force can be applied on each object, while column 3 shows a diagram of the action. Okay. In column 2, it is shown that there is a force applied to all of these objects in the given situation. Okay. And in column 3, the diagram is given how the forces are applied to these objects. So lastly, try to observe the effect of force in as many situations as possible. You can also add similar situations using available material from your environment. Note your observations in column 4 and 5 of the table. We have to note down the observation in column 4 and 5 of the table. In column 4 and 5, what is given to you? You see, action of force. Okay, if there is a change in the state of motion of the object which is given in the situation, then we have to give a tick mark over here. And if there is no change in the state of motion, then we have to give a cross like this. Okay. Then if there is a change in the shape of the object, similarly, then we have to give a tick mark. Okay, like this. And if there is no change in the shape, then again we have to give a cross. Okay, so let us do this then. So the first situation, you see a lump of duff on the plate. So how to apply a force over the duff? By pressing it down with your hands. Okay, so in doing so, will there be any change in the state of motion? You see the object, you see the duff, is it free to move? Not at all. It is not free to move, right? So there will be no change in the state of motion. So in case of this column, yes, we'll give a cross. And since there is no change in the state of motion, then we'll give a tick mark over no. Okay. Similarly, is there any change in the shape of the duff while pressing it down with your hands? Again, yes, there will be a change in the shape, right? And in case of no, we'll give a cross. Clear? Next situation is what? Spring fixed to the bicycle seat. Spring fixed to the seat of a bicycle. So how to apply force? By sitting on the seat of the bicycle. So again, in doing so, is there any change in the state of motion? Again, it is not free to move, right? So there is no change in the state of motion. In case of yes, in case of column yes, we'll give a cross. In case of column no, we'll give a tick. Similarly, is there any change in the shape of the spring in the bicycle seat? There will be a change in the shape, right? There will be a change in the shape of the seat. So again, we'll give a tick. And in case of column no, we'll give a cross. Clear? Third situation, you see a rubber band suspended from a hook or nail which is fixed on a wall. So how to apply force on the rubber band? By hanging a weight or by pulling its free end. In the picture you see the free end of the rubber band is pulled with a finger. Okay, it has been shown here. So again, is there any change in the state of motion? Since it is not free to move, then we'll give a cross over the yes column and we'll give a tick over the no column. And is there any change in the shape of the rubber band? Yes, there will be a change in the shape of the rubber band, right? By pulling. So we'll give a tick. on column yes, and we'll give a cross on column no. Okay. And the last situation you see, a plastic or metal scale placed between two bricks. So how to apply force? By putting a weight at the center of the scale, which is also shown in the diagram. So again, will there be any change in the state of motion? Since it is not free to move, then we'll give a cross. In column no, we'll give a tick. So is there any change in the shape of the metal scale or plastic scale? Yes, as can be seen from the diagram only. There is a change in the shape, right? So we'll give a tick on the yes column and we'll give a cross on the no column. Okay, understood this table? 11.2. So what do you conclude from the observations noted in table 11.2? So what happens when you apply a force on an inflated balloon by pressing it between your palms? Actually, what is the conclusion we got? Force, when force is applied on an object, it may change its shape. This is the conclusion. Simply, this is the conclusion. The one which is written in dark letters. The force, when it is applied to an object, it may change the shape. So in all these situations, which is given in the table 11.2, in all these situations, there is a change in the shape of the object. Okay. Why? Because force has been applied to these objects. Okay. So this is the conclusion. And what happens when you apply a force on an inflated balloon by pressing it between your palms? You understood the question? What happens when you apply a force on an inflated balloon by pressing it between your palms? Simply, its shape will be changed. Why its shape will be changed? Because we are applying what? When we are pressing the inflated balloon, we are applying what? We are applying force with the help of our palms, right? So its shape may change. Okay. Similarly, what is the next question? What happens to the shape of a ball of duff when it is rolled to make a chapati? So when the ball of duff is rolled to make a chapati, then again its shape will be changed. Why? Because we are applying force. We are applying force. Okay, that is why its shape will be changed. We are applying force in this case with the help of balan. Okay, balan is used to make chapatis. Okay, you can say it rolling pin, balan, or say rolling pin, or we can say balan. Okay, which is used while rolling down the ball of duff to make chapati. Okay, in this case also we are applying what? Force. Clear? What happens when you press a rubber ball placed on a table? Again, when a rubber ball which is placed on the table is pressed, how to press it? Simply with our hands. Okay, then again its shape will be changed. Why? Because we are applying force in this case. So in all these examples, you saw that the application of force on an object may change its shape. Okay. So having performed all the above activities, you would have realized that a force may make an object move from rest. So in the previous video, in the last video, and in this section, in the section of force can change the state of motion, in this section only we have learned, right, that a force can make an object move from rest when it is applied to an object. Similarly, when a force may change the speed of an object if it is moving, then a force may change the direction of motion on an object. Okay, then again a force may bring about a change in the shape of an object, which we have discussed in this section, in this today's video. Okay, a force may bring about a change in the shape of an object. And lastly, a force may cause some or all of these effects. So these are what? These are actually the effects of force. These are what? These are the effects of force. Okay. So force can show some or all of these effects. Understood? So while a force may cause one or more of these effects, okay, Why? Because it is written over here, right? A force may cause some or all of these effects. That is why it is also written over here that a force may cause one or more of these effects. It can show one effect or more than one effect. Okay, it is important to remember that none of these actions can take place without the action of a force. Okay, so if there is no force, then a body may not move from rest. If there is no force, then the direction of motion of the object cannot be changed. If there is no force, then shape of the object also cannot be changed. Okay, so with the help of force only these effects will be possible. So thus an object cannot move by itself, it cannot change speed by itself, it cannot change direction by itself, and its shape cannot change by itself. It requires what? It requires force. Okay, so these are the effects of force. Understood? Clear? So that's all for today. In the next video we'll start contact forces. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.